Anthony Harwig here with the YSN South Range softball player profile. I'm joined by senior Jillian Strecansky. Jillian, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Senior season, has it come a little bit faster considering that we missed last year? Does it kind of feel like it shouldn't be your senior season, even though it is?
Yeah, definitely. It was really weird starting off the season, realizing that I'm like the oldest player there, like with Bree, and I'm not used. The last time I played, I was an underclassman, so I had to take the leadership role very quickly.
What was that experience like? I mean, you said the last time you played, you weren't really expected to be a leader, and now all of a sudden you're a senior, and your job is to carry along a lot of underclassmen on this team. What's that transition been like for you?
It's been crazy. I mean, when I was playing sophomore year, there were a ton of seniors playing on the team who I was looking up to. And so there was no leadership role for me. And this year, it's just been a lot of stepping up. And I think I was just ready for the task. I mean, we did all of our open gyms and we played over the summer, and I was just ready to take over.
What's it like knowing that you're doing everything at South Range for the last time, and you get to treasure every game that you play on that field and trying to soak it in as much as you can?
It's definitely like a scary feeling, but it's bittersweet because it's obviously so much fun, and senior year it's just like the best time of my life. But every time that I finish a game, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the last time I'm gonna play this team, or the last time I'm gonna go to this field. So it's been crazy.
How long did it take the reality of it is your senior year to kind of set in? Because we talked about earlier how it didn't feel like your senior year. So how long did it take for you to kind of, you know, you know, feel the impact that it was your senior season?
Yeah, I didn't really feel like it was senior year all fall. It just didn't feel right to me. I think I started feeling it like when I went home from Myrtle Beach and I realized that I'm not going to be going next year with them when they were talking about like next year, and I'm was thinking to myself I'm not going to be there. That was sort of when it sunk in that it was senior year for me.
And you guys did get that trip to Myrtle Beach. I know it was up in the air for a while because of the whole COVID stuff, but you guys did get that trip. What does that trip mean to this team? It feels like they always go down there. They're always extremely successful, and you always have a really good uh, bonding experience while you're down there. What does that trip mean to the chemistry of this team?
That trip is a trip of a lifetime, and we all get so close. We share the condos together, and people that you haven't really talked to that much before, they become like super close, and you really get to become like a full team instead of playing as like individuals when you go on that trip.
You went 6-1 down there, and you came back and you struggled for the first week back. What was it like coming back from Myrtle Beach and getting back to playing teams up here, and a little bit back to the normal swing of things, softball up in Northeast Ohio? What was that like?
When we were playing in Myrtle Beach, I think we were so relaxed and like we were just having so much fun that it was just natural for us to play as well as we did. And we were all so comfortable being there. And I think the problem with when we came back was when we got back, we were like, oh my gosh, we're playing Poland, who is our NE8 rival. And I think it made a lot of the team very nervous that game, and we didn't play as well as we know we can. And I think that was the problem there.
That little hiccup could have really derailed the season for some teams, but you guys got right back on. You got back to playing like loose and fun, like you said, down in Myrtle Beach. So what were the conversations internally like? What was it? What did it take for this team to bounce back from that little tough stretch against Poland and get back to playing the softball you guys knew you were capable of?
Yeah, Farron and DeRose, they just talked to us and they said, you can't play any team afraid like that. You can't be nervous when you're playing, because we all know now that like we're capable of so much this year. And I think we finally realized that after the Poland game, that we knew that we feel like we were better than them, but we just didn't play like we were better than them.
And you talked, Coach Farron and Coach DeRose. What's it like being under them for the last 4 years, and what makes them so special as coaches at South Range?
They're always having so much fun together, and they're like great friends together, and it's just really fun to play with them coaching us. It's like the best experience ever because they're so much fun.
Now, for people that don't know, can you kind of tell the world, where you'll be playing at the next level and what decision you made as far as college softball?
Yeah, I'm playing softball at Marietta College. I think I made the decision because I realized that I wanted to go to like a smaller school and that I couldn't part with softball yet, so I'm excited.
And you join a plethora of South Range graduates that have gone on to play at the next level. What's it feel like to you to kind of be put on that wall that Coach Farron keeps of Raider softball players that are playing at the next level, and for the next 4 years you're going to be on that wall and you're going to be able to say, I came through this program and I worked hard and got to the next level.
It's exciting. It's also exciting because a lot of the younger girls who are sophomores and juniors and even freshmen right now, they're thinking that they want to continue playing softball. And I think having two seniors on the team who are going to continue playing is really helpful for them and figuring out what they want to do later on.
And you said just the two seniors on this team. What's it like, the dynamic of you and Bree trying to lead this team that's otherwise really young, and what's the relationship between you two, and realizing coming into this season that you were going to be leaders and expected to do a lot?
It's been fun. Me and Bree have so much fun together because Bree is such a silly person, and we have a great time together. And we've really molded with a lot of the younger girls this year. I think one of the biggest like leadership things that we've done is we've just like started this like tradition of wearing these silly ribbons in our hair. Like we wear one with like rubber duckies on it. Like we just do silly stuff like that, and it's been so much fun.
And I'm guessing it's stuff like that that keeps you guys really loose, because if anyone watches South Range softball, you guys are at your best when you're loose. What other things do you guys do as a team to make sure you're loose and having fun and relaxed out on the softball field?
I don't know what else we do just as a team, but I think for me, the biggest thing that keeps me loose is Kelly Zolik because she's always like talking in funny voices and dancing around, and it always keeps me loose when she starts acting silly like that.
What are going to be some of your favorite memories when you look back on your career at South Range, and memories with this team, memories with these coaches, and memories of the school system in general?
I have so many memories of how kind people have been at South Range to me. But from softball, I'm definitely gonna remember all like the funny inside jokes and everything like that. Playing with all those seniors my sophomore year, they were a ton of fun. And then now playing with the younger girls, it's been so much fun to meet all the different personalities.
The season is winding down, the tournament seeds are out, and we know that this program has their sights set on so much more than just district championships, the pedigree they've had in the last decade. What are these last couple weeks going to be like when you guys are getting really focused on tournament play and making yourselves the best you can be come tournament time?
I think one of the big things is just staying in our normal routine, not doing anything completely above the ordinary, but also trying to remain focused and relaxed because, as you said, we do play our best when we're relaxed and just keeping our eyes on what's in front of us and not being too relaxed that we, overlook people.
You missed a whole year, you come back with this team. What was it like trying to get everybody on the same page, especially in the first few weeks of the season, and try to gel as a team out on the field when you guys really hadn't played together before?
At the beginning of the year in open gyms and stuff, it was kind of quiet. I wasn't really sure how good everybody was going to be yet. And once we started having our first scrimmages, we realized how good we actually were and how good all the underclassmen were going to be for us this year. And that's when we really started bonding and realizing that like we could have a really great season.
And we talked about you being signed before, but you signed before your senior season started. What's it like going through your senior season, knowing you're already signed? You don't have to worry about impressing college coaches or being recruited or anything like that. and you can just focus on your team and your final senior season and making that senior season the best you can make it?
I wasn't really focused on colleges my sophomore year because I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. So junior year was the year I was being recruited. So I never actually played. So I'm not really sure what it would be like to play a full season being worried about that. But it is nice to know that after South Range, it's not going to be the end of my experience with softball and that I'm going to continue, working hard and playing.
To play at the next level, you have to have a love for it. I mean, you have to have a passion for it. So what gives you that passion for the sport? What is it about softball that really drives you and makes you want to play not just these 4 years at South Range, but 4 more years at Marietta?
I'm not sure what it is about it, but I just get so excited. Like today, there's no game, and it's like there's no point to the day. Like when there's a game going on that day, it's like all I think about all day, and it's all I'm waiting for. And I just get so excited to play.
Now you hit well, you play defense well. What feels better for you, making a really good defensive play or getting a really good solid piece of the ball?
I don't know. I haven't had to make like really crazy plays yet because with Bree pitching, a lot of what I experience is strikeouts. So I think for me it would have to be hits because that's something I can control. I can't really control that there's not a lot hit to me in the field.
How much did summer help you, keep sharp and keep the live at bats and the travel ball and everything that you did? How much did that help you with the missed season and not coming into this season rusty for missing a whole season of softball?
It helped me a lot, especially because of how upset I was that I didn't play at all my junior year. Being able to play in the summer, that just was like a light in the dark for me and something really fun. But it also, kept me in shape, like you said. And as soon as summer ball was over, it was back to work and practicing every day.
Now, softball players tend to be a little superstitious. So, do you have any, pregame routines or things that you do during a game that you have to do and it feel like you're off if you don't do these things?
I don't know why I started doing this, but my sophomore year, I started bringing a bag of gummy bears to every game. And over time, like the seniors started eating it too. So now it's tradition that before every game, before anyone goes on the field, every single person has to eat a gummy bear. I've brought a bag to every single game. I haven't forgot. And we always, each player eats one of the gummy bears.
What's your go-to gummy bear flavor?
I think the clear ones. That's what most people like. They like the clear ones.
I don't even know what flavor that is.
I think it's pineapple maybe. I'm not sure.
We'll have to do some research and find out. Jillian, with all these player profiles, we like to give the player the chance to thank their support system, the people that have been there for them over the years. So just want to give you the time to thank the people in your life that have supported you and the people that are there for you.
Definitely my parents and Coach Duros, Coach Farron, Coach Nicola from Matthews, Marco Marinucci from Boardman, and then my grandparents would probably be who I'd thank for how far I've come in softball.
Before we let you go, what is some advice you give to the underclassmen going through this South Range program as you leave, so that they can reach the amount of success that you have and they can strive to be, as successful as you have been in your career?
I would probably tell them to stop worrying so much about their stats because that just gets in their head. But yeah, I think just playing loose and comfortable will make sure that they have a really great couple of years and in the future.
All right, Jillian, thank you so much for joining us today. It was great to hear from you. Good luck the rest of the season, and we'll talk to you again real
Thank you for having me.